Hi Gemini, it's December 2015, can you believe? End of the year, festive season and all that sort of stuff. I'm Dadhichi from astrology.com.au with your monthly horoscope forecast. Very brief synopsis of what's happening to you right now. And we can't avoid that continuing transit of Saturn in your 7th house, the marital sector, the most, I guess it would be the most important relationship sector of the zodiac, having Saturn there, and it's still early days, and now with the Sun and Mercury there, indicating some possible additional responsibility that's being placed on your shoulders. You've got that aspect there, and the other sector of romance and love is your 5th house with Venus and Mars there. You've had that conjunction there, showing the amorous side of your nature, but coupled with this additional responsibility, which is going to make it tough. You have some nice communication and maybe a backdoor exit strategy with Mercury in trine to Uranus in the 11th house of friendships on the 2nd. Mercury in opposition to the sun sign of Gemini all through this period. So, you really will find it hard to communicate with your nearest and dearest, but may have quite a good time mixing and sharing with friends, or even people that you don't know, strangers. You may overdo that too. Be careful, because on the 4th there's a square between Mercury and Jupiter. Jupiter right now being in your 4th house of domestic issues, property, real estate, that sort of thing, coming from the marital sector. So as I said earlier, some additional responsibilities that you may have to shoulder throughout this month. And naturally too, Mercury being the planet of contracts, etc., you need to be careful of what you agree to, especially within the family. Don't go promising more than you can deliver. The transit of Venus to the 6th house brings with it some interesting influences to your workplace. Could be someone new coming into the work environment, someone that you may need to adjust to, but that shouldn't be too difficult. Venus is a friendly planet for you. Mars in the 5th, squaring Pluto, that's intense. That brings out the primal drives. Again, that's coming from your 5th house of passion and love and amorous feelings. But it could also indicate a desire for, I guess, speed sports, activities that could pose a bit of a physical danger to you. So be careful there. In any case, your competitive instincts are high as well during this cycle. On the 12th, we see a new moon in the 7th house. So this 7th house, as I said already, has to do with your relationships, and this could be turning over a new leaf, starting some new approach to the way you and your partner agree to, live your lifestyle together. That's an important one, and it's not just an event that happens on the day, but it's an unfolding sort of influence. And on the 26th, the lunar cycle will move to its full phase in your 2nd house of finances. So that could be quite positive for you, because Cancer, which is ruled by the moon, is indeed your 2nd house and has full jurisdiction over your finances and your money, that type of thing. Could be additional income, but that could also come and go just as quickly. The moon is a very volatile planet, and its cycles are just as volatile. So you do need to be careful in that period that I've mentioned. You see December 9th. We see the opposition, the trine of Sun to Uranus, Mercury entering the 8th house, Mars in opposition to Uranus, and Venus in trine to Neptune. All of these happening on the 9th, 10th and 11th of the month. So a mixed bag there. Your idealism is high, but your impulsiveness is just as high, so you may act on a whim rather than any cold hard facts. So get the information you need first. There's a right angle on the 15th from Sun to Jupiter, wasteful sort of energy that again is still occurring from the 4th house to that 7th house. So there's a lot of energy coming there from your most vital relationships and your domestic and family circumstances. Sun moves to the 8th house, and we did see Mercury move into that area. That's the house of shared resources, money, taxes, insurances, banking, loans, all that sort of stuff seem to be in prominence after the middle of the month. We see that taking place on the 22nd when Sun moves to the sign of Capricorn. That's your 8th house. Stationary direct Uranus in the 11th house. Any problems we've had with friends, might start to become a little clearer, although there could be some unexpected exits or changes in the lives of some of your friends during that period. So expect the unexpected, I say. Mercury in square to Mars, this is an argumentative aspect. And again, it warns that you need to be careful of what you say, what you sign off on, and what you expect. It may be wait a while before you say what you have to, so that it's not, you're not shooting from the hip. Venus moves into the 7th house. That can smooth over a lot of things for you. It brings in a few weeks of good energy for your relationships, good energy for your work if you're dealing with the public, and just a feel-good vibe, which Venus is notorious for. Look forward to your company next month. It's very brief, but more at astrology.com.au. I think we've got the link there. Join us there, find out more detail. You can have private readings with me if you want, some of my associates, and Merry Christmas.